Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Musings, where we are tapping into the universal knowledge to gain a message about going for our big dreams. And by big dreams, I mean living that authentic life, your authentic life, the one where you fly your freak flag proudly, and it's an amazing place to be, right? So whatever it is that you're interested in, that's what you're going for. Whatever it is that lights the fire within you, that's what you're doing. That's the big dream, right? Dreaming big. Like, oh, could I do that? Yeah, let's go do that. Let's do that. Absolutely. And we are using Alana Fairchild's Sacred Rebel Oracle card deck as the conduit to get the message from the universe. So I like to have the cards come up on the top at least 3 times. That way I know that that's the card for today. But let's go ahead and get grounded. Let's get a little grounded. So with your feet on the floor, let's allow that earth energy to come up through the soles of your feet into your ankles. Let's move your ankles around, get all that stuff that's kind of gritty in there, move it around, let that earth energy come up and clear out all the stiffness, all the immobility. And as that energy is moving up your legs into your knees, move your knees around because there might be some stiffness and immobility there too. And this keeps you from moving forward, right? It's hard to walk if you're stiff, hard to move forward and go along the journey if there are things in the way. So clearing that stuff out of the joints, up through your thighs into your hips. Let's get those moving a little bit. And up into your torso. And give your spine a little bit of wiggle too, because that can get kind of stiff, especially these days where we're always sitting in a chair. And your arms and your elbows and your wrists and your fingers. And feeling that earth energy coming up and filling you with all of the support and nourishment and nurturing that the earth gives us on a daily basis. And then let's open up our minds, open up our souls, that top chakra, the crown, the third eye, all of that, whatever it is that you believe, open that space up for the big picture knowledge, for the knowledge that the universe has for us to come down into our brains for a clear vision, clearing out all the dreaded highways that we, have made in our life that keep us from doing things, helping to clear those out and show the pathways in our brain that will lead to our authentic life, living that dream with confidence and joy, and having that energy come behind your eyes and just having that clear vision, giving us that clear vision of that big picture and where we're going, and then having that drop down behind your ears, in between your ears, and clearing out all the things you've ever heard that have been negative, that have kept you small, and just releasing that out into the universe. It doesn't serve you anymore, and that universal knowledge will show you that will make it clear. You may hear tones, you may hear, yeah, cheers, clearing that out and bringing that energy down into your throat, behind your mouth, into your throat, and clearing the pathways for you to speak your truth, for you to be able to communicate clearly that which is your big dream. And then moving down into your heart space, where your divine spark lives. That gift that the universe gave to you to give to the world. Your spark. And it's unique. It may be similar to others, but it is unique to you. Only you share it the way you share it. And letting it reconnect, that universal spark, connect to the universe and start to shine brightly, breaking apart all those barriers that you put up over the years to keep yourself safe. They can come down one by one. And allowing those two energies to mix, that nurturing, supportive, wonderful earth energy with the big picture knowledge, and they merge together in this human experience we call life on this plane of existence we call Earth. Yeah. And just imagine yourself moving forward into the life you know you were meant to lead. And being with that. Enjoying that. Our card today is seeing the true you. Seeing the true you. Got our book and our card. Sometimes we believe what others tell us we are, as though the self we see reflected back to us through their eyes is truth. Yet, the accuracy of a reflection depends on the clarity of that which is doing the reflecting. If the receiver forms any opinion about what is perceived, then what is reflected back to us will, at best, be distorted. It is not necessarily through ill will. It's just the mechanics of the situation. Even the moon reflects the sun in varying degrees of fullness and clarity. We can learn something of the nature of the sun from the moon, but not as much as through direct perception. This oracle has come to you because you have been putting rather too much faith in the reflections others have of you, to the point that you might not be honoring all that you are and all that you are becoming, because you believe too little of yourself. There may be those around you that are able to reflect you more faithfully and even help you see more of your own greatness and beauty. These are the souls blessed with inner stillness, In the clear waters of their ocean of consciousness, you can come to recognize yourself with clearer perception. However, there are those who have not tended to their own ocean and are unable to be still enough to genuinely receive and reflect your light back to you. There is no judgment here. Each takes the path of self-healing that is available and appropriate at any given time. However, to attempt to see the magnificence of a sun in a very partial moon doesn't make too much sense. If you are blessed with those in your life who can show you the beauty within you, wonderful. Even so, this oracle comes to you with the task you are now ready for. You are to begin to develop the art of direct perception. This is the ability to recognize yourself not only in the eyes of others, but from how you feel about yourself, how you experience yourself, and how you observe yourself with compassion and kindness from within. This is a step towards radical empowerment that does not require perfection in order for you to recognize you are lovable and have much to offer. It is empowerment based on the acceptance of all that you are, working with your strengths, tending to your weaknesses, and being loving, encouraging, and nurturing of all that you perceive. As you continue on this journey, you will not only see your human self, but the eternal within you. This is a breathtaking experience that opens you up to the creative energy that flows abundantly through all of life. It is an experience that takes great preparation because we must be strong within our own self-love and acceptance to be able to hold acceptance for all of life. This oracle is nudging you into that preparation. For when you have the experience of truly beholding yourself, all judgment, fear, and doubt will fall away, and you will just know yourself to be sacred. Then you will be asked to embrace the deeper journey of sacred rebellion against judgment and fear, and into passionate creativity and unconditional trust in life. This oracle comes with a special message for you. If you are getting confused about who you are and your motives or actions based on what others are saying or how they are responding to you, step back. In your quest to be a responsible person, you may be unintentionally taking on the feelings of others, making their reflections of you more than they are in truth. More often than not, reflections are more about the state of the reflector than what is being reflected. Let those external perceptions go. Can you just acknowledge yourself? Do so and be free. Let's do the healing process. Excuse me. So, getting grounded, reconnecting with that earth energy and that universal energy. Touching back in with that. Say with feeling, I now break any contract I have ever made with another, consciously or unconsciously, that has given them power over me, power over my sense of self, the authority to approve or reject me or anything about me, including my voice, body, creativity, spirituality, and way of living. Of my own free will, I now choose to directly perceive my own inner beauty and turn within with kindness and compassion to see myself through the eyes of unconditional love. So be it. Seeing the true you. People are reflections of who you are, who you were, who you want to be. And if their world is in a rocky place, they're not going to have the best reflections for you. There's always a nugget that you can take from it, but you also have to understand where they're coming from. And if they're in pain, and if they're bitter, then that is going to flow through their reflection of you. And they're going to say mean and nasty things. But as this said, that has more to say about who they are and what they're going through than it does about you. And once you can kind of separate that, you can look for the truth of the reflection. And you can take it without getting personal. So I had a person in my life at one point in time who I absolutely despised. Let's just be fair. But we were connected in a very deep way. Like we had to deal with each other a lot. And the reason we had to deal with each other started getting funky. The person that connected us started getting a little hurt by our contention. And so I am grateful to her for saying, hey, this person's getting hurt and we should probably deal with this. And I was like, thank you. Yes, we should. And I took some time to try and separate out. And what I saw, why I was so not nice, was because I saw in her what I'm very, very capable of doing in negative ways. Like there are some negative behaviors that I am very capable of that I choose not to do, not to participate in. And it's things that I've learned through growing up. And when we got together and we talked, I told her that. I said, this is what it's like, you're this mirror to me. And what I see in this mirror is this, 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 and that. And I really don't like it. And so I thank you very, very much for showing that to me. And I also realized that my problem isn't with you. My problem is actually over here. That's just harder to focus on than you. And so I've been focusing on you. And, I took ownership, right? I said these things and she kind of was like, what? It's like, this is what I see in me. And it's what I don't want to do. And I don't know if that's true about you or not, but I know that it's true about me. And I don't want to do that. So thank you for showing me that that's still something that I don't want to do. And I'm going to take my focus off of you because I realized it's really over here that I need to work on my resentments. I need to work on all that stuff. And we had a fairly decent relationship after that, until it was time that we're no longer connected in that way. But it was just a trying to look at where she was, who she was to me, who I was in, and just this whole thing of realizing that she was reflecting to me what I didn't like about myself. And I focused on that and go, oh. So when you can step back and look and go, oh, maybe this is why this person is in my life, to show me what I don't want in my own and give me something to work on. But also realizing that, there are other people, like I have another person in my life, my whole life, who's just bitter and nasty. Just bitter and nasty. And that has nothing to do with me. That has to do with their life path and what they've chosen to do. And they've chosen to play really small and be really resentful about it and put themselves through pride into this really tiny corner that's very, very uncomfortable for them. That's their choice. But because of that, they spew a lot of negative language. It's covered in sweetness pie. Oh, oh. But behind it is very, very angry and resentful and vitriolic and ugly. And so whenever that person says anything to me, I have to pay attention that that's where it's coming from. And be like, that's not truth. That's tinged in this ooze that's dark and sticky and ugh. See the true you. Not the thing that's been glommed on. You know your truth. And so today's practice is about stepping back for just a moment. Stepping back for just a second to look over at the person who is reflecting back to you, to see what their world looks like. Is it the moon reflecting the sun when there's only a sliver of a nail left of the sunshine, that the earth has moved in front of it so that it only catches the tip? Or is it the sun? Because if it's just the tip, that's a lot of shadow. There are a lot of nuances missed in the shadow. And ask yourself, is that your truth? You've got the energy coming down from the universe. You've got the earth energy coming up and mixing. It knows the truth. You know the truth. Comes from that divine spark. Take a moment when someone is reflecting back to you. Is that the truth? It's an interesting experiment. But you know who you are. You can see who you are. And you can tell when somebody else's world is a little meh or really pristine clear. Just like you can tell when the ocean is roiling, you can see it. Or when there's a smooth glass lake that reflects the mountains and the sun above it. Go out there and see the true you. And know that it is beautiful. Namaste. Thank you for being here. I hope you've been enjoying these morning musings. If you have, please hit the like and subscribe button and the bell somewhere, right? Somewhere around here. The bell that will notify you when I go live and when I drop new content onto the YouTube station. And if you are looking for something that will move you forward towards your big dreams by setting goals and things like that, Goals Bootcamp is open for registration. So click the link below and we will spend a year together getting really clear on your big dream, getting clear on the steps to get there. Those are those goals, and keeping you accountable to moving forward towards your goals, even if it's just in micro baby steps. So I invite you to Goals Bootcamp. It's a wonderful, wonderful group. And here's to your big dream. All right? Go out there and be wonderful and keep your eyes on the horizon, your hands on the wheel, and your foot on the gas, baby. Let's do this. And I'll see you tomorrow.